Hey guys, today we're taking a traditional dish and taking it up a notch with a few of my flares, if you will. We're doing cantaloupe and prosciutto. It's such a great appetizer to add to your summer boards. Cantaloupe are in season in Texas from June to August, or at least they're at their peak. So it's when they're best tasting. They're full of vitamin A, beta carotene, vitamin C, and they're super delicious. So let's get started. To break down this situation, we always want to take a round vegetable or fruit and find a flat surface. So I'm gonna go right down the middle and just open this guy out. Look how beautiful this guy is. So we're gonna just start with half at a time. I'm gonna again slice it down the middle. And we're just gonna try to find our end goal here is to get some unique pieces. I don't want them super symmetrical. It's hard to get there anyway, so there's no stress going on here. I'm gonna scoop the seeds out right into my garbage bowl on the side. Working with a quarter at a time, it'll help you to get to the pieces that we want. All right, so again, flat surface, and let's start to slice them up even further. There we go. And now from here, I'm just gonna cut the skin just off. So using the tip of your knife, just kind of shave off the skin and then we're gonna continue to cut these down. So there's nothing too particular about this. We'll find some unique shapes to make them bite-sized and just really easy to eat as far as an appetizer goes. And the meatiness from the prosciutto when you have these bites of cantaloupe and then the extra stuff at the end, wait till you see it, guys. It really melds the flavors together. All right, I'm gonna keep cutting this down into more shapes like this, and then we'll get them a little bit smaller in the end. All right, I'm gonna go right to the other half. Do the same exact thing. We'll get them just so the skin is removed and then we'll keep cutting them down from there. All right, we got the whole cantaloupe right here, sliced into slices, skin removed. Now we have a great working spot that we can start to build. So I'm gonna build today on this board here. You can do whatever you want, obviously. It's nice to have them all together in one spot. And let me show you some of my tricks to get this really working well. I wanna make sure you can see my cutting board. So I'm gonna move some of these over. I'm also gonna prepare the prosciutto on the side. So I just have a great no antibiotic prosciutto. It's fun to go to your local butcher also for stuff like this in the summer. Fresh is always really best. But what I love about prosciutto is that it's super thin and delicate, but it gives a substantial meaty flavor and pairs really well with fruits like cantaloupe. So I have that prepared. Basil will be later. This will all be later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to cut these down. Again, we want them to be bite-sized pieces. So whether the tray's out or you're passing your hors d'oeuvre, someone can easily take the bite and not make it too messy. So I'm gonna cut this guy in half and in half again. So I'm gonna make little kind of triangle type shapes. And as I do that, I'm gonna take a piece of prosciutto, wrap right around the cantaloupe and start to just stack on the board. And continue to do this for the smaller pieces. Grab smaller bits of the prosciutto you can tear right up. And just think about the bite that you're gonna want, right? So each bite that you create, and I'm just gonna kind of make the shapes a little different every time I place it on the board. Mix it up, get some height in there, keep some lower, and then we're continuing to build this. And as we get through each piece of cantaloupe, I'm just gonna continue to cut the cantaloupe up. right, guys, look how delicious this looks. And this is just the base. So it already looks so beautiful displayed and looks super appetizing. I'm gonna save these rest of this cantaloupe for snacking for later. We've gone through the whole bag of prosciutto. And now for the finishing touches. This is where we level up and game change. I have some toasted pistachios here. I really think pistachios are the best for this particular dish. You obviously can omit. An almond would be really nice here. I would chop it up super fine, but that's an option as well. So I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. You guys know me, I love a good textural element, something that just takes it up and makes things really satisfying to the bite. And then it gives a little bit of a zing to the freshness of the cantaloupe and that delicate, meaty prosciutto. All right. That's perfect. I'm also gonna take my good quality balsamic. Now, before I get the toppings, I do wanna put this right over the top. If you have a good aged balsamic, that's what we're going for. But really, anyone works as long as it's a good quality. It really takes it up a notch, dresses it slightly, but not too much, because they really do, these ingredients are fresh and they stand alone on their own. It brings a good amount of color with the green and the pink prosciutto. And again, you can chop some up pretty fine and give that element. And of course, we have our flaky sea salt right on top. The salt will just really bring out even more sweetness from the cantaloupe. And we already have some saltiness from the prosciutto. And then we have our fresh basil. Smells so good. I mean, basil works well. Also mint. If you have mint on hand, they really both dress this salad up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the baby pieces, just kind of tear it. I wanna see the full ingredients. We don't need to chop it too finely. There's something refreshing about a torn, rustic look of the basil in this particular dish. Let's do a little bit more. Look at that, guys. This is a great summer, entertaining starter. Serve it with some good quality cheese if that's what you're having, if that's what you're enjoying. Let me move this out of the way. I want a proper taste of this situation. Look how good this looks, guys. And again, just playing with levels, playing with heights, you can space them out even more, but it makes it very appetizing, and everyone's probably gonna wanna dive in, especially if we're in the heat like we are right now. So I'm gonna give this a try, guys, and I hope you give this one a try at home too. Get one right from the middle. Ooh, look at that one. It has the green pistachio crustedness. It's almost like a crusted cantaloupe, the saltiness, and then the prosciutto. So good. Season over season, I forget how good it is. The combination of that sweetness from the melon, the saltiness from the prosciutto, the pistachios, the sea salt, the balsamic, levels it up. You guys, give this one a try, and I'll see you next time at savorandsweat.com.